Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Noah here, and welcome back to another episode of Sir Predictions. This is the series where we try to predict Sir's inventory for tomorrow. Unfortunately, last week I wasn't able to predict anything correctly, but some of you guys, more specifically 2 of you guys, actually guessed something correctly last week. That makes you this week's super special people and silent sun gods. Yeah, let's go with that. But seriously, congratulations on predicting something correctly, and let's see if we can do it again this week. As always, remember, if you guys would like to get featured in next week's episode, just remember to leave your predictions in the comments below, and if you get something correctly, you'll be featured in next week's episode. And with that, let's get on to today's predictions. Alright, so today we're going to be starting off the predictions with the Warlocks, and the predict Sir this week will bring for the Warlocks the Karnstein armlets, the exotic gloves. This exotic allows melee attacks to grant health recovery and ability energy. So as you melee enemies, you gain back a bit of your health, and you also gain back some of your ability energy so you can get your reft a little faster. And while it can be useful a bit of the time, I really don't find it that is enough to justify the exotic slot. Sure, you get a bit of health, and sure, you get your reft a little bit faster, but I just believe that there's other exotics that can be a little bit more useful than these ones. Especially since when you're doing high level activities like the prestige rifle or the upcoming prestige raid, you probably won't be meleeing a lot of things in there, since you usually want to stay pretty far away from the enemies. Alright, so now let's move on to the Titans, and I predict Sir this week will bring for the Titans the Actium War Rig, the exotic chestplate. This chestplate steadily reloads a portion of your equipped auto rifle's magazine from your reserves. So it just keeps giving your auto rifles a portion of your magazines from your reserves, and this can be very useful, especially with auto rifles that have a lot of ammo, like the Sweet Business. You can fire the Sweet Business for a pretty long time with this chestplate. You basically just become a turret with the Sweet Business and this, and then you can pair it up with the Titan Barrier if you really just want to run out of ammo. Alright, so now we're moving on to the Hunters, and I predict Sir this week will bring for the Hunters the Stompies, the exotic boots. I actually really like the Stompies. I like being able to use sprint faster. It's mostly because of the sprint speed and the improved jump. I just like going real fast, especially when I have a sword, which is a lot of the time. It works really well with the sword since you're just so fast with Quick Fang. You can just close the gap between you and your enemies with the Stompies pretty fast. So I definitely recommend them for you hunters running around with the Quick Fang and the Crucible. You may want to give the Stompies a try. Alright, so now let's move on to the weapon, and I predict Sir this week will bring for the weapon the Skyburner's Oath, the exotic scout rifle. Skyburner's intrinsic perk is slug rifle. This weapon fires solar slugs that get stronger when aiming down sights, so you do more damage when aiming down sights. And the trade perk for this weapon is for the Empire. This weapon is full auto, does extra damage to Cabal, and penetrates Fanat's shields. And that last part is the one I love probably the most about this weapon. And I just love being able to shoot through their shields. Most of the time I use this because of that. But the full auto and the extra damage to Cabal is also nice. It does a lot of damage. It's a hard hitting scout rifle that I definitely recommend if you're doing an activity with a lot of Cabal. It's just very effective against them, like it's supposed to be. The only real complaint that we have about the scout rifle is that it's a pretty slow firing scout rifle. But it's kind of to be expected since it's a high impact one. But I definitely recommend that you guys pick up the Skyburner's Oath if you don't have it already, and go give it a try against some Cabal and see how you like it. But anyways, with that, we're going to be finishing off today's predictions. I hope you all have enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Remember to leave your predictions in the comments below for a chance to be featured in next week's episode. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone.